and Copyrights, organized by IPR Cell of IIC of Bharati Vidyapeeth, deemed to be University, College of Engineering, Pune, under the guidance of renowned educationalist Dr. Professor Anand Bhalerao, our principal and dean. I welcome you all for this workshop. This is the second session of the workshop. Let me give you introduction to IIC. IIC is Institutions Innovation Council. It's a program launched under Ministry of Education through Innovation Cell. IIC is in collaboration with AICTE for higher educational institutes to systematically foster the culture of innovation and startup ecosystems in education institutes. Here at Bharati Vidyapeeth, we are executing the third phase of IIC, that is, we are at IIC 3.0. IIC 2.0 has received 4.5 ratings out of 5. This achievement has been only possible because of the constant support and guidance of our principal, Dr. Anand Bhalerao. Today's event is organized under Bharati Vidyapeeth's IIC Cell's IPR activity. Today we are at the second session of today's event. The second session's topic is processing of filing a copyright. This is in continuation with the IPR and copyright series, whose first lecture was conducted by Dr. Sunita Dhotre under the topic of IPR and protection of creativity under copyrights. So for the second session, we have with us Mrs. Pramodini Punde, whose brief introduction I'll give you. She has, Ma'am Pramodini has over 18 years of experience in teaching various different subjects for UG and PG. She has good knowledge of intellectual property rights as TIFAC Fellow, WOSC, and then Kiran IPR 11th batch through projects, case studies, and presentations. She has almost 10 publications in international journals. She has been a resource person for various FDP seminars and workshops. She has active participations in around 20 conferences. I welcome you, ma'am, for the session. Before I request ma'am to start with a session, I request all the participants to put their queries in the chat box if they have any during the session, and after the session your queries will be resolved. Now I request Pramodini ma'am to start the session.
Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
The presentation mode in full screen mode?
No, ma'am.
No. Is it visible now in full screen mode?
Oh no, ma'am, it's not visible in full screen. Your screen is visible, but it's not. The PPT is not full screen.
Okay, I have pressed F5 and it is in slideshow mode at my screen. Yes, I'm changing the slides.
Maybe, ma'am, it will take some time.
Okay. So to begin with, good morning everyone, and the topic of my session is copyrights and its filing procedure. During this session, we are going to discuss what is IP, different forms of IP, with main focus on copyright and its registration process. In the second part of this session, we will have discussion on what is copyright, what work can be copyrighted, what are the benefits of registration of copyright, and after registration of copyright, what are the rights conferred with the registration process. And in the third part, we'll be getting started for copyright registration with the website online mode, website copyright.gov.in, and necessities of the online registration process. Now, for the quick overview of intellectual property and its importance, see, the academic institutions, universities, and public research institutions are the factories of our knowledge economy. But those are evaluated based on the merit of marks and the categories, like how many students are in first class, passed with first division, second division, and all. But when we look at intellectual property adds another mechanism for evaluating universities as well as for universities and academic institutions to disseminate the knowledge that they generate and to have a platform that the knowledge to be used in the economic sector. Now, intellectual property, as you might be aware of, that it is a creation of human mind or human intellect. So any idea which is creative, it may be an invention, a literary or artistic work in the form of copyright, or those idea may be of some symbols, names and images used in commerce, such as trademark. So intellectual property is something that is produced with the help of human intellect, but it has an importance only when it has some commercial value. So intellectual property is what the intangible idea produced or transformed into a tangible form and which has a commercial value. So intellectual property broadly is having two categories: industrial property and copyright. Now, when we own any property, we think of the rights that are conferred to us for that property. So intellectual property also has the rights that are like any other property. For example, if we own a flat or a land, we define the boundaries of that property and we keep track of those boundaries, that someone else may not enter into our boundary, or our property boundary should not enter into someone else's boundary. In the same way, intellectual property also provides you the boundaries of your property and you have the right to protect those boundaries. As well as the intellectual property rights allow the creators or owners of patents, trademarks or copyrighted works to benefit their own work in which they have invested their artistic craftsmanship or their investment in a creation. So when we own an intellectual property, we have to follow the rules and regulations of the particular law for that particular intellectual property. We will see different forms of intellectual property. So the intellectual property is governed by different national legislations that are specific to countries. Now, as we have seen that intellectual property comes into existence only when you have given it a tangible form. Any idea, for example, someone may think of solution to any existing problem. Suppose my biscuit gets dipped into a teacup, hot teacup. So I may have a solution. So if that idea is different, both have the human intellect to solve that problem. In this image, you can see that how human intellect can work to a particular problem into consideration. So whenever you have an idea for a problem, solution for a problem, or if you have an idea and you have thought of creating a product or a process.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you.
Yes,
Your
yes.
screen full screen is not visible.
Why? But I'm having the full screen. Okay, I'll share it
You are on
again.
the first page only.
Okay, I'll share it again. I'll stop the current sharing and I'll share it again.
Yeah.
Yes, is it visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's visible. Yes.
Okay. So the intellectual property, when we think of solution to any problem, or you have an idea and it is basically intangible. So when you give a tangible form to it, it becomes your intellectual property. So based on different categories, you have different forms of IPs, intellectual property. For example, if you have a scientific invention or innovation, you can have a patent for it. If you are using some brand names, symbols or images for commerce or industrial application, you can have a trademark register for those names or brands, images. And copyright registration, copyright is an intellectual property that is given rights for any literary, artistic or dramatic work. For agriculture related inventions and innovations, we have a plant breeder's right. For ornamental design or appearance of a product, we have design registration. For particular product of a particular region, geographical region, we have geographical indications. And if you don't want to disclose your business process or process of manufacture, you have the right to keep that intellectual property secret. So that is conferred with the help of trade secret. So we have seen the categories or forms of intellectual property as patents, copyrights, trademarks, trade secrets, GIs, etc. So to maintain these rights, we have laws and legislations related to each form of intellectual property. So different rights under different legislations are the Patents Act 1970 Indian Patents Act 1970 protects the legislations of patents. The Copyrights Act 1957, the Copyrights Act 1957 provides legislations for protecting copyrights. The Designs Act 2000 is used for protecting industrial designs. The Trademarks Act 1999 protects trademarks. The GI, the Geographical Indication of Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999 takes care of geographical indications. Now, as you are engineering students, you may be using integrated circuits, and now if you have an innovative design or layout of an integrated circuit, you may go for registering it with the help of the Semiconductor ICs Layout Designs Act 2000. Now, the agricultural related inventions are protected under the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Right Act 2001. Now, if you have a business process or a process of manufacture and that you don't want to disclose to others, so you need to take care of the steps to keep it secret. And there is no right or no legislation to control the trade secrets. And traditional knowledge is our intellectual property, but we cannot enjoy that right because it is a traditional knowledge. It is in public domain. No, not a single person has the right over that traditional knowledge. Now, when you look at any product such as a mobile phone, different intellectual property rights may be involved in that product. For example, if you look at a logo for your mobile phone, so a trademark is involved in it to indicate that who is the owner of that trademark or to whom it belongs, the product belongs. The appearance of the device, it can be protected under Designs Act. The copyright protects the software code or the GUI used in this device, and the functionality of the device can be protected with the help of a patent. Now, as we have seen that two forms of intellectual properties are there, industrial property and copyright. So our main focus in this session is on copyright. So let's have quick information about industrial property. Industrial property includes the patents, trademarks, industrial designs and GIs. And copyright separately includes all the literary, dramatic, musical works, as well as the architectural designs, maps, drawings, paintings, photographs and sculptures. So wherever we have some artistic craftsmanship, we can go for protecting our work under copyright. Now, as we have seen that IP is what human creation of human mind. So it is what intellectual property is something that is produced using human intellect, and it must have a commercial value. Then only you can go for registration of your work. Now, the difference between the intellectual property and the rights related to intellectual property. When we think of an idea or an invention, it is an intellectual property. But when we want to go for registration of a patent, it becomes your intellectual property right. If you are in a business and you have your customer list or price list, it is your intellectual property. But to keep it confidential is your intellectual property right. A trade secret method of a production is intellectual property, but the right to keep that trade secret is your intellectual property right. Now, way of representation of an idea is an IP, but copyright or design registration is an intellectual property right. a brand name or a trade name is your intellectual property, but when you go for trademark registration, it becomes your intellectual property right. It means unless and until you go for registration, you cannot enjoy the rights conferred by that particular intellectual property. Now we'll come to the second session. Here we have had some discussion about different forms of intellectual property. Now our main focus of this session is to go for copyright registration and what are the benefits of copyright registration and process of filing the copyright. So as we have seen just now, that unless and until you register your work with the government, you cannot enjoy the authorship or ownership of that work. So an intellectual property right is a copyright when it is granted by the government to the author of the original literary, dramatic, musical or any other eligible work in which you have artistic craftsmanship or the work is creative work. So what happens when we have a copyright registration? The copyright gives the creator of the work the exclusive right for a limited term. We are going to see what is the term of the copyright. So the copyright gives you exclusive right for a limited time to control that how that work should be used and whether it should be published, reproduced, performed or displayed. And if you allow someone else to reproduce or publish your work, it needs your permission. Now why to go for copyright registration? Now all of us are familiar with Rabindranath Tagore's work, the literary work. Now what is the benefit of such kind of copyright registration? So whatever literary work is created by the Nobel laureate, the Vishwa Bharati University enjoyed all the royalty related to the work of Gurudev Sri Rabindranath Tagore starting from 1941, from the date of the Nobel laureate till 1st January 2002. So for this much term, the right on all the literature of Sri Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore was held with Vishwa Bharati University. Now we'll see after the importance of registration. Always, if you have commercial value for your property, then only you need to go for the registration process. And you think that your work is of that quality, you can think of registration of copyright. But before going for filing process, one must know that how copyright should be established or how one can prove. So copyright comes into existence as soon as any work is created. For example, if you click a photograph, it becomes your intellectual property as soon as you click the photograph. There is no formality required to complete the acquisition of your copyright. But still, there is no need of copyright registration, but many countries provide facilities for having the work registered in the Register of Copyrights. In India, it is the Register of Copyright is maintained in the Copyright Office, New Delhi. Now, though the acquisition of copyright is automatic and it does not require formality, but what is the necessity then? What is the necessity for registration of copyright? So, however, certification of registration of copyright and the entries in the Register of Copyright serve as a prima facie evidence in a court of law when any dispute raises related to ownership of your copyright. Now, what are the works that can be copyrighted? So as we have seen, literary, dramatic and musical work like books, novels, screenplays are the copyrighted works, as well as computer programs, softwares, website, mobile apps can also be copyrighted. The engineering drawings are also covered within the definition of literary work. The artistic works such as cinematographic films, sound recordings, which also includes soundtrack and video films, can be considered as works in copyright. Now, these definitions are important whenever you go for filing your work. You need to know what categories are there for filing your work. So these are some illustrative examples where buildings, architectural works are also considered as copyrighted work. So why go for copyright? One point is that if you feel that your work is having some commercial value, you can go for copyright. The other aspect of filing a copyright is that it maintains the conducive environment for creativity. So the protection provided by copyright, it gives the value to the efforts of the writers, artists, designers, dramatists, musicians, or the computer software professionals to create an atmosphere conducive to creativity. And if someone publishes or registers a copyright for his or her work, it also can motivate others to create such kind of work. So this induces them to create more and more work and motivates others also to create such kind of work. Now, why one should go for copyright and what should be copyrighted? So if you have some published or unpublished work, it can be considered as a copyright work. Now benefits, as it is acquisition of copyright is automatic. If you click a photo, nowadays you can see that it is captured by which camera. So the quality and the work that is going to be created, it also can be improved, or one can compare that which kind of camera may be useful for a good quality work. As well as if someone in your family bakes beautiful cakes, and if that photo is you can say you may send that photo without recognition, so it becomes an anonymous. So it is a good practice. If you have your work, you can write the name. See, since old times we see that people or artists used to write the name and date on their art. It may be paintings or image. They used to write the names and date over there. So it is a sort of copyright that we use to give the proper ownership to the work. And so it is nothing but a prima facie evidence. By looking at a particular picture, you can see that who may be the owner of that particular work. It is very quick and cost effective. Just you need to do some efforts to write your name and date. Enforcement actions against it, and for combating the counterfeits or lawsuits, you need to have enforcement actions, and for that purpose you need to have the copyright registration. Now, coming to the term that if I have a work, for how long I can enjoy the rights conferred by that particular work. So the term generally for all types of work, the copyright lasts for 60 years. In case of literary work or dramatical work, it is the lifetime of the author plus 60 years. Means the 60 years of the term is counted from the year following the date of the author. So it is a lifetime of the author plus 60 years. The person can enjoy benefits from the copyright of the work. Now, in case of cinematograph films or sound recordings, the 60-year period is counted from the date of its first publication. So this is the term, means why one can go for copyright, that if someone feels that this work is original and if registered can get these benefits of publication, reproduction up to 60 years from the date of first publication of that work. Now these things are important. We are discussing these things because these things are important while filing or registration of your work. Now who may be the author? Author and applicants. These are the two things that we need to enter in the registration process. So who may be the author? The definition of author for the literary and dramatic works. So in case of literary or dramatic work, the author is the person who creates the work. For the soundtrack and musical work, the composer of the work is the author. In case of cinematograph films and sound recording, the producer is the author. In case of a photograph, if your work is a photograph, the photographer who has invested the artistic craftsmanship is the author of that work. And in case of computer generated work such as mobile apps, websites, databases, and many more things, the person who causes the work to be created is the author. For example, in this first case, the website is designed by Vertex Info Service, but the copyright reserves with SPPU. In case of this, IISc holds the copyright for this website. For any programming language, if you look at the copyright information, it provides copyright information that it is with the Python Software Foundation. Now, when you decide to go for registering your work, what are the rights that you are going to have? So when one gets the work registered, you have the right to reproduce the work, to issue copies of the work to the public, to perform the work in public, to communicate the work to the public, as well as in case of cinematograph film and sound recording in respect of the work. Means if you have a novel and you want to make a cinematographic film based on that work, so it is also possible to make any translation of the work or adaptation of the work. Now, in addition to all these rights applicable to a literary work, what are the rights conferred to a computer program or computer related work? So, owner of the copyright in a computer program enjoys all the rights as to whom to sell or give on hire or offer for sale or hire, regardless if means I can sell or license the work to as many people as I want, whether it has been sold or given on hire on earlier occasion also. But for registration of computer program or a software, the applicant should provide source code and object code with the Copyright Office. Now coming to the ways of filing a copyright. Now when you decide that your work is original and you want to go for registration of the copyright for your work, you can choose any of the two ways, online mode as well as offline mode. The offline mode is just you need to go to the website copyright.gov.in, download the form, fill up the form and follow the process offline. For online, you have to get registered with the copyright.gov.in with a new user ID and password. We are going to see the process step by step in the forthcoming slides. Now, what are the things that are to be needed for at the time of registration? Your contents must be original. These that include some artistic craftsmanship, creativity. If your applicant is the author and applicant are different, means on behalf of you, you are assigning someone else to register your work, then you have to provide with your application the deed of assignment that you have appointed so and so person for applying your work. So it is to be in writing and signed. Then the registration process includes three main things. Those are the Copyright Registration Form 14, Statement of Particulars and Statement of Further Particulars. These are the three essentials, and the fourth step is the online payment. Now we are discussing the online process of copyright registration. Now applicant's interest, whether the applicant is an owner of a corporation, a firm or an individual also can register the work. Now language is also an important part of copyright registration. You have to mention which language you will be using in your work: Hindi, English, any other regional language. And in case of software or computer related work, you need to mention the programming language used to create that work. Now for fees, the compulsory element of registration process is fees. So you have to know that what is your type of work, and accordingly you have to think of the fees. Now literary, dramatic, musical and artistic work, the application fees is 500 rupees 500 per work. For cinematograph film, the work rupees 5,000 per work is expected. For sound recording, it is rupees 2,000 per work. Now this is the website copyright.gov.in. Means whatever application we file through this online portal, it is handled with the registrar of copyrights, who is the head of the copyright office, and this office comes under the Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And this office is in charge of implementation of the Copyright Act 1957. Means whatever procedure we follow for application of registration of copyright, you need to follow the legislations of the Copyright Act 1957. I want to ask, is there any query related to these steps so far? I assume that there is no query.
Is anybody having a query? You can just ask. You may raise your hand and ask your query. Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
If you write a computer program, so we will be using the same programming construct which are provided by the programming language, any programming language. So
Right.
can we have a copyright for them?
Yes. What you said? Pardon, please.
See, if you are writing a computer program, so we will be using the same programming construct which are provided by that language.
Yes.
Okay, so can we
But
go
you
for a
have
copyright? Yes.
Yes, because you are expressing it in different way, no?
Okay, okay.
All the constructs you are not using. You are implementing your idea with the help of those constructs.
Yes, we are taking the help of that.
Yes, yes. For the creation, like for writing any essay, we are using the language or grammar of any particular language. In the same way, for creation, we are using that language of the computer program.
Okay. There is one hand raised. Rupesh Londhe. You can just ask your question. You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good afternoon, madam. My question was, can a name or a logo or a tagline be registered?
It can be registered as a trademark.
Okay, not as a copyright. If I
No,
have a
no.
okay,
Titles cannot be copyrighted.
okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Okay, so I shall continue with the registration process of copyright. So when you think of registration of your work with the copyright.gov.in, you have to go to this website. You will have a very user-friendly interface. For this, when you open the copyright.gov.in, this screen appears in front of you, which gives the statistics about the applications and registrations held within the current month and the last month. For example, applications received by the Copyright Office in January 2021 is 2,253, and in February, means now the today's date is 5th February. Till I have created this screenshot 2 days back. So till 3rd of February, 580 applications have been received by the Copyright Office. The number of registrations in January 2021 happened are 1568, and within 3 days of February 2021, those are 167. Also, you have a quick, if you have already filed your copyright application, you can go just to check the status of your application in this status of copyright application, or you can search any registered work with this first screen. Now when you start for e-filing of your registration of work, you need a valid user ID and password. If you don't have the user ID and password, you have to click here, new user registration. You can fill up the basic information, and you can create the user ID and password, and you have to maintain that user ID password for future use. So when you, before filing, you can check that what are the details, processing fee, what is the fee required for your work, the checklist, that is what are the things that are to be ready before filing your application, and if you have already filed the application, you can check for the status of your application. So this interface gives you the login of a new user or existing user. So when you log in and you are ready to file your application for registration of copyright, you have to click at registration of copyright form 14. Now one thing I want to tell you, that if you choose an offline mode, you have to go to download section, click on forms. There you will find the same form, that is registration of copyright form 14, where all the information, that what is required, what is statement of particulars, what is statement of further particulars, those are available on this download section, in this download section. So when you click on registration of copyright, it opens up the form 14 for you, which has 4 steps you have to follow. When you complete the step 1, you are directed to step 2. When you complete step 2, you are directed to step 3, and finally on the successful payment, you can go for sending your work in through post also. So this form 14 requires the basic information about the author. The basic information about the party details, that whosoever is filing your application. So these party details and address for further communication is to be entered with this form 14. Now statement of particulars has 16 columns that you have to see that what are the columns that are applicable to you. So statement of particulars is very important. Whatever author, term, whatever points we have discussed so far, those are asked in this step 2, that is statement of particulars. And it has around 16 columns that you have to check that where your work fits. So we will be going it one by one. So this is what form 14, which requires the party details, whosoever wants to apply for that. If the applicant and the author are different, you have to provide the deed of assignment also, that you have assigned this work. So when you finish this form 14, and when you click on accept, you are directed to step 2, that is statement of particulars. Now for example, I have completed step 1 and I have logged out, and again I want to check that what are the steps that I have to fulfill again. So again you can go for login with your login ID and password. You can select if your work is complete, a diary number is allotted. If your work is not complete, through which class you have applied for the registration, that you have to select, whether your work is artistic or it is a cinematographic film or sound recording or music, literary or dramatic work, or a computer software. You have to select the class of work, or if your work is complete, you can select the diary number. Now here I have not done anything, so I can select the serial number, and then while clicking on it, it is showing me the status pending, and this type of application is online and its status is incomplete. So I can go for step 2 to complete it. So here you need to select the category of applicant, whether the applicant is an individual or is a business firm or any other. So you have to apply. So there may be more than one applicant. So you can, once you enter first applicant, you can click on save new applicant also to add the another applicant. The author, the applicant's signature, means applicant may be different from the author or owner. So you can, one must choose whom's, means who should be the owner of the work, so that applicant's signature is to be uploaded over here. Now these are the 16 columns from statement of particulars we are looking at. So applicant's signature, nature of applicant's interest in the copyright work, whether the applicant is an author, a owner, a publisher, composer, producer, or a artist. So that nature of the applicant is to be selected from this category. And why one should think of this option carefully, because when the work gets commercialized, based on your agreements, you need to decide who is the owner, who is the author of that particular work. Then language of the work is also important. If your work is a computer program, you need to hello. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am, you are audible now.
Okay, okay. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Okay, I'll continue. So, uh, the applicant interest in the copyright work that you have to mention, who is the author, who is the owner of that work. Then class of work, out of literary, dramatic, artistic and computer software, you have to select the class of work, description and title of the work. Then in case of if your author is a deceased person, means after the death of the author, if you are entering his or her name, you have to enter the name, and as well as you can enter the names of the legal heirs of that particular person or owner of that work. Now one question comes that if my work is published, am I able to register for a copyright? So copyright allows both the works, published as well as unpublished works. Both published and unpublished works can be registered. And in both the cases, you need to send 2 copies of your work along with the application. Now, we have seen the statement of particulars in the preceding slides. Now, statement of further particulars. Now, this further particulars means if your work is original work, it is not the translation or adaptation of any other work. If your work is original work, and if your answer in an origin is your work is an original work, if your answer is yes, then your next columns from 1B to E are represented as nil if your work is a original work. If your work is a translation of a work in the public domain, then you need to fulfill accordingly, all the columns accordingly. Then statement of further particulars, it would be if your work is original, then all the columns may be indicated as nil. And if your work is the adaptation or translation of any other original work, you have to fulfill the necessary information in the statement of further particulars. Now, if you are thinking of providing your software program or a database or a mobile app for registration process, then what do you need to send along with your application? You should send 2 copies of the work. Now, if you are applying online already, your applicable fees is automatically calculated and you have done the payment successfully. If you are sending it offline, the DD is to be attached. The payment information acknowledgement slip is to be attached. As we have seen that if the author and applicant are different, then you should give the deed of assignment of the work, that is NOC from the author, that I have no objection if someone else is filing on behalf of me. NOC from publisher if the work is published, and if the publisher is different from that of the applicant. Now, if the application is filed through attorney, the power of attorney is to be submitted in original, duly signed by the applicant. The source code and object code of the work is to be sent for verification. Now, depending upon the type of work, this is the example, software related example we have seen. This checklist is to be followed depending upon the type of work you are registering. So the artistic work, cinematograph, film, music work, for all the type of works, you need to send the 2 copies of the work along with the application, the payment details and NOC if the author and applicant are different. Now, when you have done with the successful payment and your submission of the application is successful, then a diary number gets generated for your application, and you need to note it down for future reference. Why? Because when the application process for registration is over, along with the successful payment option, your application is in mandatory 30 days waiting period for any objection. So if you want to check for the status of your work, you need this diary number for future reference. So when your application is done, you have to upload your work in PDF, JPG or PNG format. If your work is literary or dramatic work, you have to upload it in the PDF format, and all these files should be less than 5 MB. And then you have to take hard copy of the acknowledgement slip and copyright application form, and you have to send it by post to the postal address of Copyright Division and Copyright Office, New Delhi. Now, once you are done with your application and you want to check the status of your application, again you need to log in with your login ID and password and click on status of the application. Now you know that how you have made the application in online mode or offline mode. You select the mode. If you have diary number, you can directly search with the diary number, and then you can check the status of your application through this interface. Now you will get some application status. Now what is the meaning of that application? So work awaited means you have filed online, but it is not yet received by the Copyright Office, or the application form is submitted online, but you have not uploaded your work. Okay. Then once you upload your application and work and your application process is complete, and if your application status is waiting, so this waiting is a mandatory period of 30 days for every application under the rule under the Copyright Act 1957, that your application is always, every application is always in a 30 days mandatory period for any objections, if any. Then the third type of status you can see is documents not received or formality check failed. So if only you have made the payment and your documents have not been received, this kind of status appears on for your diary number. Your application gets abandoned if some discrepancy occurred or some communication from Copyright Office is made with you and you have not replied for that communication. After that your work gets abandoned. If your application is under process, the application status is scrutiny. If any discrepancy occurs and application is not in the complete format or it is having some incomplete information, then application is not complete in a complete format, a letter will be sent to you by the registered post. After fulfilling, again, after fulfilling such criteria, if your application is again in the scrutiny process, you get the status re-scrutiny for your application. Now, within this 30 days mandatory waiting period, if some party raises objection, then you have the status pending for hearing. Both means registrar of the copyright listens to both the parties for the objections raised. If your status of the application is hearing, so you have to face an hearing on the objections raised. Sub judice is the decision is pending to the competent court of law, and if your application is clear and all the you have gone through all the phases of scrutiny and it has been approved by the registrar of copyright, a registration certificate is sent to you. Now this is the workflow. Also this workflow is available with the copyright website, Indian copyright website, copyright.gov.in. When filing of the process starts with filing of application along with the payment. It may be online or offline. When it is received with the Copyright Office issues a diary number to your work. Then your application enters into a 30 days mandatory waiting period for objections, if any. If there are no objections, then examiner scrutinizes your application. If any discrepancy is found, it gets communicated to you, and if there is no discrepancy, you have fulfilled all the criteria correctly, then your registration gets approved and you get a registration certificate from the Copyright Office. Now, if certain objection is raised during this 30 days mandatory period, then the Copyright Office sends letter to both the parties and gets the reply from both the parties. Hearing, in case hearing is required, then hearing by registrar happens. If the application gets accepted, again it gets it is directed to the examiner for scrutiny, and if no discrepancy is found, you can get the registration done. If your application is not accepted after hearing by the registrar, your application gets rejected. Now, as we have seen that copyright is given or conferred for the expression of idea and not for only idea. If this was not so, we may not get the stories, similar stories of movies. For example, a single legendary person, Shahid Bhagat Singh. This is a single idea, but it can be expressed in different ways by different persons. So everyone has a right for their work because idea may be the same, but representation of individual for that idea may be different. So copyright protection is only to expression of ideas and not to the ideas. Means if someone makes a movie on baldness, so baldness is an idea, but everyone can perceive the idea in different ways. Though the story or idea remains the same, the representation of the idea may be different. So this copyright protection is extended to the expression of any idea, but it cannot be conferred to procedures, methods of operation, or mathematical concepts as such. Means the method of operation or mathematical concept, no one has, a single person cannot have a copyright over such methods of operation, procedures, or mathematical concepts. Now, we have seen that when I copyright my work, I can prohibit others by using my own work. If someone else wants to use my work, that person needs permission from me, right? So there are some exemptions for copyrighted work. It is called fair deal. In order to protect the interests of users, there are some exemptions prescribed in the specific works, uses of works that enjoy the copyright. Here are the exemptions for users of such work. If someone is using the work for the purpose of research or a private study, you cannot stop that person. It is free, means the copyright infringement is not applicable in these conditions, that for the purpose of individual study or private study or education or research, copyright work can be used. For writing criticism or for writing review, for reporting current events, in case of judicial proceedings, it is fair use of copyright. Or in a particular society, if someone is performing in front of a non-paying audience, then also it comes under fair deal. The making of sound recordings of literary, dramatic, or musical works under certain conditions, like in front of Ganpati or any festival, if someone plays the music, it is also a fair deal. Now, the takeaways, whatever we have seen so far, that what is an intellectual property and what are the types of representing your own idea, your own intellect in different forms. So someone may think of an idea of finding a solution through a design, then it is the design property of that particular thing, or it may be a literary dramatic work such as copyright. So every intellect is creating some idea in some or other way. Now what is our responsibility? We should think of whatever idea is striking your mind, it is intangible, but can we give a tangible form to it? For example, you are thinking of writing a review on the current situation. You can go for publishing it to a platform. Nowadays, different blogs and many platforms or online platforms are available where you can put your ideas. So it is your creation, expression of idea. Don't put your ideas in your mind. You have different platforms to get your ideas expressed. So this is what human intellect, it requires some tangible form to, so that it comes into public domain and more creative work can be expected from the students and from the researchers. Then we have seen the intellectual property. What is the intellectual property and how it can be converted, or how a person can enjoy the right conferred with the help of that intellectual property. Then we have seen what is copyright, who can register for a copyright, why one should go for registering the work, and what is the process of registration of copyright. Then what are the rights that are conferred after registration of a copyright, copyright registration process, online and offline mode. Then when you all are aware of what can be copyrighted and how can be copyrighted, one can expect, or your IIC can expect, the possibility of copyright registration for you students to develop apps, websites, softwares or computer programs or databases that matches the quality and originality, so that you can strengthen the IP, intellectual property, of your academic institute or research institute or university that you are associated with. So I shall end up with that we, the human beings, have to maintain the balance between the creation of the moral and material interests from whatever the work we are doing during our career, during our research or education, and we can enjoy this scientific advancement by sharing our intellect with the others by means of the intellectual property. And when you set an example, a benchmark, that this is the way I can enjoy my own creation, and if you tell the benefits to your friends, then automatically it will help to strengthen the intellectual this platform for questions.
Ma'am, should we start the question answer session?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Those who have any queries, please raise their hands. Please raise your hands for queries.
Ma'am, I have one question
Yes.
again.
Yes.
See, like for patent, we need to, like, say, take have a patent agent kind of thing, and we can just pursue.
Right.
And they can help us. So for copyright
Yes.
also, do we need to take some input from, like, say, a law person or kind of thing?
Yes, see, either an individual who is the owner or of the original work can register for the copyright, or the attorneys or the lawyers have the right to apply on behalf of you. Either the individual or
But
the
we
lawyer.
can do as an individual.
Yes, you can do as an individual. You should
And
have the faith that your work is original and it is worth registering with the government. Definitely, you should go for uh, copywriting on your own also.
okay. And what is the duration when we receive the copyright, like, say, minimum duration?
Yes, it generally requires 2 to 4 months for the complete process.
2 to 4 months. Okay.
Yes, it depends on if any discrepancy happens and how early you are replying, you are communicating.
Yes, true. So for the office procedures, whatever
Right,
time
right,
is required.
right, right.
Okay. Any questions from the participants? Yeah. So okay, I think so. There are no queries.
Okay.
So, sir, can you proceed with? Yeah. Pooja, will you proceed with?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Vote of thanks.
Yes. Thank you for a very informative session, ma'am. We are glad that we could hear all of these things from you, and we learned a lot from the sessions. Um, I thank team members and IPR team members and all the participants for today's event. Also, this program was not possible without the support of our principal, sir, Dr. Anand Bhalerao. So I would like to extend a thank to him as well. So thank you all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pooja, and thank you, ma'am, for giving a session
Thank
on
you.
how to file copyrights. So
Thank you, ma'am.
definitely we got an insight of how to proceed with, and
Thank you
we may
to,
try doing ourselves even.
right, right. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me such platform to express my views on copyright filing. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll end
I
with the
request all
session for
the
today. Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. There is a request to the participants to fill the feedback form, which is available in the chat box. All the participants, please fill the feedback form, which is given in the chat box. The link has been given in the chat box. Thank you so much. So, should we end the session, ma'am?
Yes.